What is going on, everybody? Good morning. It's Geeks and Gamers Daily, and I'm back with Jay, Drunk 3PO, and Ryan Kinnell in the morning. What's up, Jay? How you doing?
Good. I know they missed us. I don't even know who was on yesterday. Just took
Why
the
the
day
fuck
off.
would I watch if we aren't
Yeah,
on?
exactly.
That's my
I have
whole
no
theory.
idea. So I just took the day to not watch. There you go.
Did you see what Jeremy's? No, I didn't. I wouldn't.
I'm pretty sure it was making fun of whoever, maybe Titanfall 2 reference. Batman and Superman suck. I pretty much think I got it all down.
Yeah, Trump's America, baby. Yeah, I don't know. I don't actually know what they talked about. Other than I did check the clips to make sure they didn't talk about the same exact things that we're going to talk about today. But I mean, we are still going to talk about Captain America. I'm pretty sure that was in the title yesterday for them. But we've got a lot more reviews than they had that morning. Social media embargo lifted for Captain America: Brave New World, and it seemed a little bit mixed. And then the actual full reviews opened up, and holy shit,
yeah.
It's getting a little savaged. It's getting a little savage. We're going to read through some of them.
What I find interesting is that the normal people that would just say it's a great film, go watch it, are having a hard time saying it's a great film, go watch it. They're having a very difficult time, and I like how they kind of give the run around. They're like, well, the visuals were great. However, the rest of the movie sucked. Basically, what they tried to say something positive.
But no one's gonna say anything negative about Anthony Mackie necessarily.
Yeah.
Like you know that no one's gonna be like, this is kind of bullshit. Everybody like, Anthony Mackie proves he deserves to be Captain America.
Yeah.
But this movie kind of fucking sucks. Like that's basically what I think a lot of these reviews are gonna be. But we're gonna go over some of them specifically, which would be great.
Yes.
And we've also got another a movie that could have released in February, I suppose, but instead is releasing in April. And if you were going to release in April, you should probably do it on the 1st because it looks like a fucking joke. And that is Viola Davis in G20, where she not only plays the president of the United States, but also a badass fucking warrior who takes on a bunch of male mercenaries. So we'll go over that trailer. It's not exactly well received.
I haven't seen it.
Basically, just think if Big Mike was president.
Okay.
That's kind of what it feels like. We got Elite Neo right as the stream started with a $50 super chat right off the bat. Couldn't wait and wound up binging Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 3 this morning. Holy shit. The callbacks, the emotional moments, the redemptions, the final fights, all of it absolutely spectacular. A real fitting end to the series. Cobra Kai never dies. I tweeted out this morning, Cobra Kai never dies, Jay. And it was after the 3rd episode of the newly released batch. So again, Cobra Kai Season 6, they decided to release it in 3 parts, which I get why they did it. They're going to have more people watching for a longer period of time. It doesn't feel as cohesive when they release those. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to give away any spoilers because it's been out for like less than 12 hours, okay? So I'm not going to give out any spoilers to people. But what Cobra Kai continues to do time and time again is, regardless if you think it's going in one direction or not, you're like, I don't know if I'm really okay with that. They continue to give you exactly what you want time after time, even if it takes them a little while to get there. And it at the end of episode 3 of this batch, so that would be episode 13 of the final season, dude, I was so fucking hyped. I cannot tell you how hyped I was. And it gets the focus back on, although there's a lot of characters that people might care about, it gets the focus back on the characters who you want to see at the end of this thing, who it's really been all about. And I agree, a lot of the callbacks, not only, and we've seen callbacks to this entire thing to these Karate Kid movies, but the callbacks to the journey they've been through over these 6 seasons, the payoffs are awesome. I have not watched the final episode yet, but by the end of episode 4, I'm looking at things that are going down. I'm like, holy shit, this is awesome. But I think that means that what if they have this fucking happen? Could that be what they're going to do? And they fucking do it. And you're like, thank God.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
I think it's awesome. And, you know, there is something that is so wholesome I guess while you're watching, there's something so wholesome about it. Not that it's like for babies or something, but there's just it's a little cheesy and a little bit corny, but so much of it just gets back to the really like pure relationships that these characters have, whether it's as friends, whether it's as romantic interest, whether it's husband, whatever it is. And it just does such a great job of constantly reminding you back of that and making you feel that. And I probably need a little bit more wholesome in my life from time to time. And I think Cobra Kai definitely fills that void. And no spoil. That's as spoiler free as I can really give it. And I'm still got to finish the final episode. But highly recommend watching the final 5 episodes of Cobra Kai whenever anybody has a chance.
I think I could speak for all of us watching, people in the chat. We just have one question. Who the freak is this happy guy next to me on Geeks and Gamers Daily? I've never seen this man so excited. That guy ran through this Cobra Kai thing so fast with excitement, cheer, joy, wholesomeness, doing a little cheesy word, but it's all good. Oh my gosh. I might have to start it after the show, actually. I don't know. Maybe I should be the angry one today, huh?
Well,
man, forget that show. Netflix waited all this time to give us something good, and they stretched out my membership. I had to pay extra money now, an extra year to freaking watch the show. I didn't want to do that. I'm trying to save my money for important things like cupcakes, all right? But no, Netflix had to stretch it out with their bull crap. I couldn't wait, all right? They didn't just give it to us in one shot like they normally do. What is this stupidity with Netflix? I hate it. I'm not watching it. You guys can all suck it. That's what I think about it. How'd I do?
You got to mention there's so much focus on female characters and on brown people. You know, you got to mention those things too. You're going to bitch about it. But for real, it's one of those shows. It knows what people want, and it might give you an indication you're not going to get that, but then it fucking gives you exactly what you want. And
I love it.
It's good. It's good.
Definitely. I can't wait. Like a lot of people said, like that midsection kind of fell off a little bit. It was a little draggy.
I don't actually think it was draggy. I think it was the way it was released. You know, I think when it's released in thirds, and I don't love it. I get why Netflix is doing it. I guarantee you they're going to get better viewership metrics by doing it, because guess what? When right before the second part watch, guess what I did? I went back and watched the first part over again before I watched the second. Before the third one came out, guess what I did? I watched the entire fucking thing before the third one came out. So I guarantee you they're going to get the viewership results they want from it. Is it the best way to consume it? Maybe not necessarily. But I think at the end, when it's all put together, people are going to look at season 6 in a very good way.
You're not a wait. Are you a dump the whole series in a one shot kind of guy, or do you prefer the, drop it like every Monday type of person?
It depends on the thing. I don't think that Cobra Kai would have worked very well as if the entire thing was like a weekly release.
Okay.
Because I think
it would go really far.
Episodes, I think, tend to lend itself a little bit to the binge model. But obviously, me and Jeremy had this argument before. For companies, for the corporations, 100% the fucking weekly release when you can keep people talking about it for longer, because that was one of the problems with Cobra Kai. The season would dump, we'd talk about it for like one fucking week maybe, and then it'd be over, right? As opposed to this final season, we've been talking about it as it's continued to come out for months and months and months, and I obviously that's going to be the best thing for them. For the consumer, a lot of people are just going to want to sit there and fucking watch everything they can right at once.
Yeah, I prefer the big dump. That's just me.
Yeah, I get that. You want to be able to watch it at your leisure, but I think for the companies, and sometimes for the success of these shows that are good, I do think that it's better long term for them to do staggered releases, weekly releases. Look at something like Penguin. If Penguin had come out and they had just dumped it all, it would not have become as big and focused on as it was. It's because that first one they released was like, oh shit, I wasn't even thinking this is going to be anything, but it's really fucking good. So people told everybody. The next week, more people tuned in. The next week, more people tuned in, and it built off that. And I think you can have those moments where everyone's watching it kind of all at the same time, and I think that is the best way in general to do it. And look, we've been watching things weekly release literally for fucking decades.
Yeah.
Right? That's how we've watched every form of television ever until about 10 years ago when Netflix came out. So,
yeah, we didn't know how to act. We're like, we can keep going here. It's like, wait, I can watch episode 2 now? I think that's how they model. I can't remember, but I think that's how they marketed it. They're like, just watch the whole freaking thing one
well,
shot.
and that's fine when you're
Netflix
watching,
and chill, you know?
and that's also fine when you're watching old shit like, oh, I've never
Yeah,
seen Suits before. This is on
Yeah.
Netflix. Let me fucking binge through it, right?
Yeah.
And you've got people that watched this 10 years ago that, you know, they already know what fucking happens, but you've never seen it, so you want to get through it.
Right.
But for these new things that are coming out, I do think overall, it's a better thing for them, even if you don't want to wait that long, even if the consumer doesn't want to wait that long to fucking watch it. I think for the overall health of the product and the marketing and everything like that, long term, I'm sure it is much better to do staggered releases, which is why we've seen Netflix do it, by the way.
Yes.
Which is why we've seen them change their model for certain releases. Stranger Things season 4, Cobra Kai. That's the reason that they're doing that, because they actually do know that it's better off for the show, for viewership, for everything. Even though they were the ones that started the binge model.
Good business.
But anyway, that's the positive section of the show over with. Back to normal operations. Josh Krushke for $10. Well, I'm rather upper class, high society. God's gift to ballroom notoriety. And I always fill my ballroom. The event is never small. The social pages say I've got the biggest balls of all.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Josh. Stephen De Leon rules all. Fuck Ryan's hair. Shockingly, that's from Stephen De Leon.
He super chatted me some nice things this morning. I do an early show from 8 to 10. So I don't know what he has against you.
I was working out from 8 to 10.
Yeah, I usually work out. My workout's like at 3.
I can't. I don't like doing fucking afternoon workouts.
Oh.
Like if I don't do it in the fucking morning, then I'm
doing boxing training. It's miserable.
A lot of cardio, Jay.
I hate it. Oh man, I hate it. But actually, I have it today. So,
Rabid one for $2. G20 is better than Interstellar. Hey, I've never seen Interstellar, so maybe.
Me either. I've never seen Interstellar either. But Jeremy really wants you to see it, Ryan, not anybody else. Every time we're around, we're freaking at the Super Bowl party, and Jeremy's over there looking at Ryan, begging, Ryan, I just really want you to watch Interstellar. And Ryan's like, why? In front of like, I don't know who else was there. And he's like, I just want to hear your take on it, Ryan. I was like, dear God, the more he whines about it, the less I want to see it.
He really values my opinion on that movie for some reason.
I don't know why.
I will say, of all of the terrible things and all the awful things that Jeremy's been wrong about forever and ever and ever, he has terrible takes. But the one thing that I can confirm was a good recommendation is when he told me I have to watch Cobra Kai. That's the reason I started watching that show. It was because Jeremy told me it was good. And as much as it pains me to say, he was right about that. It's really fucking good. Ellie Reen for $20. I'm not too hyped about Blacked in America. I'd rather play Trails Through Daybreak 2. Yeah, the game's filler. It would be better than this shit. Apparently, the critics agree with you. Ellie. Nader's Brick Channel. Thank you for the $20, Ellie Reen. Nader's Brick Channel for 2 Jades makes you angry.
I try to be angry, but it doesn't really happen. I don't think Ryan's ever seen me angry. If he has it, it probably looks weird, and he probably laughed. Put it that way.
Maybe like 1 or 2 times on a stream. That might be about it.
Maybe.
Chris Coran for 5. Contrary to popular opinion, Ryan is an incredibly pleasant person to be around. If Beardo would just get the package to him.
Package?
Yeah, well, Chris Coran gave Beardo this fucking thing to give to me like months ago. It's like a Walter Payton jersey, a fucking, I think there's a replica ring in there, like all this shit. And I've seen Beardo a couple times. He hasn't bothered to bring it. So, but thank you, Chris.
Makes sense.
I appreciate, even though I don't have it yet. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Aurora Uplinks film. Aliens capture a freighter crew, bring them to their city world where they're forced to escape with only what they can steal as a deadly game. Hey, interesting. Kevin Medina for 2. Ryan, the most entertaining bro at these meetups. I fucking go all out at these meetups, man. I want to see people having fun.
Yeah.
Keep the energy high the whole time, you know?
I'm kind of just a loaf, I just kind of
You love.
I find a little spot and then, people
Jay holds
gravitate
fucking
to
court. That's basically what he does. He sits down, a couple people gather around him.
it. You know what Krista did? Krista went up to people like Johnny the Whiz Kid and others and just said, "Hey, Jay wants to talk to you." And sent them all my way. So they all sat around waiting for me to talk to them. And I had no idea what they were talking about. And she thought it was hilarious.
Bro, we just got a bomb from Alec Baldwin's finger, who we got to hang out with a lot over the weekend.
Who the freak is Alec Baldwin's finger? Sorry, I just kind of had to say it.
ABF just dropped 50 gifted memberships. That's $250 fucking dollars right there. Just drops it in the chat, turning all of you motherfuckers green. That is awesome. Thank you, ABF, Alec Baldwin's finger.
And congratulations on crossing 1,000 subscribers on your channel.
And all the GCA stuff's going well.
Yeah.
It's awesome for them over there. Shout out. I feel like I have to sneeze, Jay.
Here it comes. After being nice, no hiccups, now he's sneezing. It's quite the Thursday for Ryan Kennel.
I'm allergic to positivity. Josh Krushke for another $10, and my balls are always bouncing. My ballroom always full. And everybody comes and comes again. If your name's on the guest list, no one can take you higher. Everybody says I've got great balls of fire. Thank you, Josh.
Is that the actual lyrics? You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. Dun, dun,
boom,
dun,
boom,
dun.
boom, boom.
Too much of love drives a man insane.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
I'm out. Oh. Goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire. Yes, there it is. Where the fuck am I? What's the better release schedule? Weekly, binge, or block? Like next
night? We just went over that, didn't we?
Luckily, we answered your question without even knowing you asked it, Crazy Clown Town.
I like big dumps, man. Well, I cannot lie.
You like big dumps. Chuck
ACD. Oh, sorry. Hold on. ACDC. My bad. ACDC. That's the lyrics. Not Great Balls of Fire. Holy crap. That was way off. All
right. Who did Great Balls of Fire, by the way?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Was it Jerry Lee Lewis?
Yeah. The piano player.
It is Jerry Lee Lewis. Brave New World damage control in full swing. Fresh scores are 2 out of 4 or 2.5 out of 5, huh? Shill Rags trying so hard. Where the white women at? Hey, Jay.
Hey, what's up, Chuck Berry?
It is true. There's a couple, positive reviews that are 2s out of 4s. And that is all determined on what the reviewer puts there, when they input their shit. But, I feel like we might as well get into that, Jay. We might as well get into it.
I'm okay with it.
Because the social media embargo lifted yesterday for the social media reactions to all the critics and people that got to see Captain America Brave New World. And, you can't really tell necessarily by just a little Twitter blurb how the critics are actually thinking. It did seem a little bit mixed. And I got to be honest, when I saw this headline, Captain America Brave New World draws mixed first reactions. Some praising it as an absolute blast and others saying it's slightly empty. I was expecting like a 65% critic score, somewhere around that. But no, what we ended up seeing were 47, 48. Ooh. And now it hasn't gotten all that much better for Captain America Brave New World, sitting at 53% on Rotten Tomatoes with 133 reviews in right now. And Jay, I thought we could just go over some of these. Could go over some of these people. Some of the scores, some of what they feel, some of the top critics, how they're feeling about it. You got Andrew Parker. Once the final act kicks in, built around a big reveal that's given away in all the trailers and marketing materials to the film's ultimate detriment and ruin of surprise, that's when things go downhill in a hurry.
Red Hulk, I'm assuming.
Red Hulk who's in the movie for 5 fucking minutes, and we all know that he's going to be in it. It's at the very, it's so stupid.
That rumor is true, I guess.
100%.
I did a video on that Hulk was in it for 5 minutes, and I got wrecked in my comment section saying they're not that dumb. Whoever did this video is dumb. I don't show my face in my videos much, so it's like whoever did this video is dumb. They're not that dumb. Well, apparently they are that dumb. Go back to my video and tell me that I'm right.
Yeah, exactly.
Angry Jay today.
Peter Subzinski, a deeply mediocre piece of product that feels like something assembled by committee rather than anyone with a particular vision of a story they want to tell.
Piece of product. He really wanted to say something else. Let's be honest.
Well, even that is like very, even though he's not saying piece of shit, by saying piece of product, that's a very detrimental thing to say about something.
I think so.
Right? Because it's true. It's not some story. It's not art. Like he's just saying it's a piece of product that's meant to be shoveled out. There's nothing special about it. Our boy Scott Mendelson.
Hey, and he's using the creepy.
Yeah, the dude who puts this profile out there like he's just begging people to check his hard drive. Right?
Why does he use the creepy picture?
I don't know, man. Brave New World is very bad. Imagine that Roger Moore's first 007 flick was A View to a Kill. It's a lazy, retrofitted, and dumbed-down hybrid of Winter Soldier and Civil War that trades present-tense topicality for Incredible Hulk nostalgia.
Jeez, man. You lose Scott, man. You lose it all, to be honest.
David Poland. How bad is Captain America Brave New World? So bad that one really has to break it all down, all of its missteps, to figure out how it went all so wrong.
You know what I am hearing, though? I'm hearing that I think Chris Gore said that it's not woke at all. It's just a horrendous film.
Well, I think it's just very... I think they desperately, in a lot of these reshoots with so many things that had happened, they were desperately trying to not offend this or not offend that or not or whatever. And it just turns into a puddle of garbage.
Yeah.
But one person loved it. Jamie Broadnax from Black Girl Nerds. I'm shocked that they loved this movie. Captain America Brave New World takes bold swings in redefining what it means to carry the shield, and it sticks the landing. What about top critics, Jay? We can go over to top critics and see how they think.
Interesting.
Times of Israel, Jordan Hoffman. Story's clunky, actions rote, the characters are bland, and the special effects look cheap.
Wow.
No blockbuster that costs this much should look this shoddy.
Wow.
And this is one of those Newsday top critic, Rafer Guzman. Compared to some of the studio's recent misfires, the new entry is at least passable.
Wow. That's not good either.
No, and it's a positive review, but it's a 2 out of 4. You know? Making matters far worse is the film's blatant plan to be as inoffensive and apolitical as possible. As a result, it's a raging bore on top of being nearly incomprehensible.
Jeez.
This is my favorite one from Robert Daniels at RogerEbert.com, black man. His words, not mine. It not only turns its hero into a magical Negro in an effort to soothe white America's anger and hurt, it also asks its hero to grin and figuratively tap dance off screen. Now, I think that's commentary about Anthony Mackie's comments about America and Captain America and all of that shit. This guy's triggered about that. And I just love that he used magical Negro in his fucking review.
Wow. I wouldn't, if I was going to Rotten Tomatoes to just check out reviews to see if I'm interested in watching a film, if I read that, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't even know what to think. I'm like, why would I even watch this film? There's also another controversy out there, Ryan, that I don't know if you saw, but it seems like people are getting the budget wrong out there. Seems like Variety saying it's a 200 million, and then somebody else some other publication said no, it's 180, and people are fighting over. The Hollywood Handle put out, hey, it's a $200 million budget. They're getting roasted, and they're like, no, Variety said it's 200 million. Then there's other people saying this thing is ballooned to 500 million. I guess we'll never know, but all Disney had to do was put it out there and say, here's what the budget. I guess their budget number was 180. They put that one out there. So,
all right. So there's no doubt in my mind that this movie is in the $350 to $400 million range. What you said is correct. We'll never know because this movie was filmed, I believe, in Georgia, as opposed to when they film in the UK, and they are required, even if they lie to the press, which they do for all of these things about their budgets in recent years, even if they lie to the press about what their budget is, when they're forced to reveal the tax documents 1 or 2 years later, we finally get revealed what it actually is. So what I've heard is that $180 million is just for the reshoots, basically. All of the extra work they did on the fucking movie. Not including everything that went into it before that. But we know they lie about this. We know that Disney and Marvel specifically put out wrong budgets. And this is not just me saying this just to say something. Let's go back and look at the last several ones that were filmed in the UK where they told us what the budget was, and it was drastically different a few years later. Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Do you remember what they said the budget was for that? That they told Hollywood Reporter, Variety, Deadline, all the trades, the numbers that they reported,
like
just like they reported 180. Go ahead.
Like 200 million?
It's exactly. They said Multiverse of Madness, 200 million. And in the box office, it got over $900 million. People were like, hey, that's a good win for Marvel. Except it wasn't. Because a year and a half later, when they were finally forced to reveal on the tax documents for getting reimbursed for tax credits from the UK, they revealed they spent $415 million making the movie.
Holy crap, dude.
Double what Marvel lied to Variety, Hollywood Reporter, all the trades. What about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania? What did they say that budget was? $200 million. What did it actually cost? Over $330 million. When they were forced to reveal those tax documents. The Marvels, same fucking thing. They told us it was $200 million and ended up being over 370 million, then like 330 with the tax break. So this is what they do consistently to make it appear like their movies don't flop as bad as they actually do, or to make it appear like they made money when they haven't. Now, I personally think that this movie is going to end up somewhere in the $400 to $500 million range, right? That's where I think it's going to be. But even if that, it's not even going to be profitable based on the thing they're lying to us about the budget.
Yeah.
That's the funniest part about the entire thing, is if it doesn't even get there. But no, there's no way in hell this movie, with multiple rounds of reshoots, with all the delays, with all of this shit, there's no way this movie's $180 million. They're lying just like they've lied about all these in the past. That's the cost for the reshoots.
I think Disney needs a visit from Doge just so we could see what's going on. I'm going to share something real quick, Ryan, if you don't mind. This is the critic list score. And if you want like real professional reviews, go over to Critic List. Make sure you follow me. I'm trying to get my numbers up. Anyway, that's a cheap plug. But yeah, we've got some of the reviews. Obviously, we don't have professional critics getting access there yet. Maybe we do, and they're just not on. But yeah, we're getting a 21%. This person gave it a 75%, said it's rad. This person gave it a 13. So these are the early reviews for Captain America: Brave New World. I don't want to click on them because it says it all contains spoilers. So we'll just wait. So
yeah, we don't want to get spoiled for this. Heaven forbid.
What are you watching this week? We're doing Three Amigos. You ever want to join us for a critical show, Ryan? I'll let you know. Three Amigos this Monday.
Maybe. You never know.
We'll pick a film that you really love. I'm sure there's one out there.
McCawk for $1 on local says, sorry for my jokes last night. They were getting out of hand. They were getting a little out of hand, McCawk. It's probably because I challenged you and said it wasn't funny. I was like, wow. I was like, that's really low effort. So then he's like, well, how about I make jokes about fucking a dead dog? And I was like, oh, Jesus. All right, McCawk. Thanks. Your favorite Big Worm is here.
Hey, what's up, Big Perm? Oh, I didn't sing. Yeah. Sorry.
This is for you to sing, I think.
Singing. It's time for the Geeks and Gamers show. All you autistic bros know, even though Jay's on the show, he's not going to let those songbirds pipe blow. So he's going to get none of Big Perm's sacred Choco Tacos. It's time for the Daily Show. How about that, Big Perm? I like that. If you guys don't know the reference, why we call him Big Perm, even though his name is Big Worm, you got to watch the movie Friday. That's all I got to say. Yeah, it was terrible. It is what it is.
Husker for 5. Not gonna lie. Once they had that fight in the school, kind of was like, nah. For Cobra
Like
Kai,
season 1,
it's season 2, like
when the kid fell down and like was paralyzed.
Like that's the thing. Like Cobra Kai is so interesting because you have to
It's
essentially
like they're living in their own world in the valley.
like the valley exists in this bubble, right?
Yeah.
Where way too many people give a fuck about karate, right? Like
Yeah.
nobody actually cares about karate this much in the fucking world, right? Or like people really fucking care about karate. Fights can break out in the middle of a mall or a middle of school, and the police don't immediately show up and arrest everyone unless it's important to the plot. Like it exists in this own little fucking world. And like I said, there are definitely some like kind of cheesy and corny things about it. But man, I just think it really gives great emotional payoffs for these characters. And with the
That's what
way
I expected from that show. Like I didn't want it to be like, I was glad they didn't change it from the to like something super serious or something completely different than what I thought the show. And I think that's why people love it so much.
yeah, and I think the thing that people are really gonna like about these last couple episodes, when you had the middle part and they're setting up all the Saikai Taikai, the people who are competing and the people who don't make it to the finals, and you're like, oh, okay, I guess like, okay, maybe not my favorite character, maybe I don't want to see that, but we'll see what happens. They bring it all around and they find a way to give you exactly what you wanted the entire fucking time, while still getting, I think, fine and endings that make sense for some of those characters. They bring it back around to the characters that really started the whole thing. And, you know, it's about Cobra fucking Kai. That's what the show's about. This show's about Cobra Kai, and it's about Johnny Lawrence, and it's about Miguel. And they bring it back around to that in the end. At least I think they do. So, Tobias for 10. I didn't stream last night because of some issues with Helldivers 2 mod loader and the update. So I made a small guest appearance with Tomak while he was playing Tukaiden Kiwami last night. Well, I'm sorry you're having problems, Tobias. I'm glad you're still able to get on a stream.
Yeah.
Ministry of Wrongthink for 5. Saw a review that said the cap is back. I assume they just misspelled black. Kind of ironic because Disney definitely has an L with this one. That's a well-constructed super chat, Ministry of Wrongthink. Grammar, humor. I mean, come on. It's great.
The cap is back.
The cap is black. Old Renaissance Boomer, did Jay give you your t-shirt yet?
Yes.
Hashtag Beardo Gay.
Months ago.
Me?
Yes.
Which shirt?
From Old Renaissance Boomer. He had a picture of like a mountain on it.
Picture of a mountain.
I believe that's the one.
I'll have to go back and check Old Renaissance
It
Boomer.
was a minute. It was months ago, man. Like it was months ago.
Okay, so it wasn't like from this meetup or something.
No, man. It was
Okay.
from a long time. I gave it to you when you came by to pick up your whiskey.
That was like a fucking year and a half ago.
That's what I'm saying. It was
that was months ago. That was fucking like over a year. Okay, all right.
It was a long time ago. Unless
Then
you sent me a new one, Boomer.
Okay.
Unless you sent me another one.
Red Hulk for $2. I am the real star of the movie. That's the thing. Like, this entire premise has been sold as the villain being Red Hulk. And they revealed immediately in the first fucking trailer that President Ross is Red Hulk. And like, obviously, for people that know the comics, you're going to know that. Right, but what about for like everybody else? You're trying to like mass market this thing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been so much more interesting if the audience didn't know that going into this fucking movie?
Yes.
Right? Like who the fuck is Red Hulk? But
I also it's all over Twitter, but apparently he has to put on Ant-Man's helmet to defeat Red Hulk. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
Well,
but,
I don't know if it's actually Ant-Man's helmet or if what they're saying is like they have turned Falcon into he has fucking Captain America's shield, he has Ant-Man's helmet, he has Black Panther's vibranium suit. It's just like
got a mixture of everything. Yeah,
right. So I don't know if they actually legitimately mean he goes to Paul Rudd and says, "Hey, can I borrow that?"
Yeah.
Or if they just mean the way it looks and everything. You know?
Yeah, but the whole movie is like it's all about Red Hulk, like defeating Red Hulk. So you'd think he would be early causing havoc.
But it's not what the movie's about, though.
Yeah. And maybe, typical the bad guy is causing havoc. They try to fight the bad guy. He beats them up. So then the good guys got to figure out a better way to beat the bad guy. They beat the bad guy at the end. That's usually kind of how it goes.
I haven't read any of the spoilers. I haven't done any of that fucking shit. What I have always assumed the plot of this movie would be is that President Ross wants Anthony Mackie to do things a certain way to protect them from all these fucking threats. They have a falling out. Anthony Mackie, I'm not going to do that the way you want me to do it. I'm not Steve Rogers, like whatever, like all this bullshit. And Ross kind of takes it in his own hands, decides to fucking create a super soldier serum or alter a super soldier serum, takes it, it fucking reacts badly on him, and he becomes Red Hulk at the end. That's always what I've thought. But I haven't read any spoilers. It's just my guess of what the movie was going to be from everything we saw. Just thinking, AC/DC Big Balls should be the intro music for when Elon and Doge have music at their conferences as a response to their critics.
They're making a lot of people upset, and I'm here for it.
Minister of Wrong Thing, Captain American Society of Magical Negroes. That's what that review said. Too High Strong for 199. RFK confirmed 52 to 48. Make America healthy again.
No more seed oils in my McDonald's.
I don't give two fuck. Don't change my fast food, RFK. You fuck. Get your shaky voice away from the food I like. I don't care if it kills me.
You think he spits when he talks?
I don't know.
With that shaky voice, he like little spit nuggets just keep flying out of there.
CD for 5. G20. 60-year-old President Medea has postmenopausal symptoms and smokes everyone with a Glock. The end. That sounds good, right, Jay?
I'll watch it.
You know the one thing that we haven't had enough of over the last 5 years in Hollywood? Cringe girl boss movies. I don't think we've had enough of those, Jay.
I can't get enough of those films, man. That's what I signed up for when I pay my monthly subscription. Hey, look at that. G20.
So thank God a 60-year Viola Davis is here. Not only as president of the United States, but also as a fucking action hero. There's
All
Jeremy's reply right there to the Geeks and Gamers account. But yes, Amazon revealed just like 24 hours ago, they revealed the first ever trailer for G20. Should we check out what the ratio is now in case it's been updated?
I didn't even know this thing existed.
20,000 dislikes to 4.8 thousand. Why is this being received so poorly, Jay? This doesn't make any sense. Watch it.
I can only imagine.
Madam President, we have a situation. Ma'am, apprehension is minutes away.
A little much, don't you think, Mom?
Zip it. You and your brother are coming to Cape Town with us.
Why?
You know why.
All you ever care about is work.
All you ever care about is work. How dare you, Madam President?
Yeah, she's the fucking president. All right. Her daughter's out there fucking drinking, probably whoring it up. But we do get a little shot to let you know that Viola Davis's character obviously is a huge fucking like hero, a military hero.
Fallujah.
Fallujah under siege with a Photoshop of Viola Davis carrying out a child, right? So she can do this stuff, all right? She can do this shit.
I implore all world leaders to join me at the G20 summit.
Come on, Madam President.
Oh, damn. Now I gotta go save the world.
The 20 most powerful world leaders together. Going dark in 3, 2, 1. To the government's watching, I've taken the G20.
You recognize this guy, Jay?
No.
It's Homelander.
Oh my goodness.
So it's Anthony Starr. Anthony Starr is actually from I don't think he's Australian. I think it's New Zealand. I think it's where he's from. So he's actually getting to use his non-American accent, his normal accent for this. But yeah, it's Homelander taking over.
I've taken the G20 by force. When we launch Project Deepfake, we will reset the world's financial markets. You got to read the words exactly as written.
Project Deepfake.
Yeah,
they really went to the they really went to the Chat GPT to find that one, didn't they?
Yeah, well, it looks like what they're doing is they're recording all of these different world leaders saying phrases that they need to be able to recreate them in whatever they fucking want, right? Whatever video they want, all of this shit. That's what they have them doing.
Beige fox, quick beige fox, quick beige fox. Now we control the narrative.
My husband and kids are missing. We have to find them. If you want to live, you'll follow my lead. Now you're Captain America.
Now they would put that in the trailer, wouldn't they?
Bro, you know that when they fucking made this movie, they thought Kamala was going to win.
Yeah.
You fucking know when they made this movie, that's what they were thinking.
Now you're
Now they spent all the money on it. They got to fucking put it out anyway.
What, Ryan? Now you're Captain America? Sorry, keep going.
That was quite, well done.
They've got at least 5 hostages in the kitchen.
Your survival is what matters most.
I will not leave them.
Drop it! Guns, 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 guns.
President Danielle Sutton.
Oh, come
You're
on,
around, don't
man.
you?
Yeah, just this massive jack dude that she manhandles.
I hate when they do that.
Like, just
Come
walk.
on,
if
man.
somebody walks in there and shoots him or something, it's like, whatever. Don't, like, stop having 60-year-old fucking women. Viola Davis is 59, for the record.
Yeah.
Stop having 60-year-old women manhandling big jack dudes. If you're gonna have that happen, it has to, like, we have to believe that it could happen.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
I'm not saying you can't have. I'm not saying you can't have women in some form of action roles or whatever, but it has to be very specific, and it can't be fighting the way a man fights. Because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
I'll get around to you too.
Mom, I can help.
Lights up.
Find her.
Look, Shuri. Shuri's helping out with all the tech, Jay. Isn't that good?
Well, she's been
Find her.
She's
been
what?
typecast now.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much all she's gonna be is a tech woman.
Where are my husband and kids?
We're all here together.
I'm gonna get you out of here.
What if we get you into a comfortable pair of heels?
Do you want an honest answer?
I would rather watch 10 straight sequels of Gerard Butler, Olympus Has Fallen, just another ridiculous fucking scenario, than watch this. My God. April 10th. Should be on April 1st.
Isn't G20 like isn't that like a summit?
Yeah, that's
For
what
like
this
for
is,
like the
right?
world leaders. Okay.
Exactly, yeah. Just like the G8, G20, all that. Yeah, that's what it is. This one happens to be in South Africa, and
So I gotta be honest. It doesn't matter who you put in that role. This movie looks stupid. It just looks stupid. It doesn't matter what woman you put in that role. It looks stupid. This looks stupid. There's nothing else to say. It would have done better if they had made it into a parody movie. You know what I mean? Like
yes,
a parody movie, like
mocking modern day Hollywood.
yeah, just have an old woman beat everybody up so ridiculous that it's a comedy, not a serious action film. So, my gosh. Well,
Yeah.
she took care of him.
Can't
It should
wait.
be a parody.
It's gonna be great.
I'm looking forward to your review on Critic List when this comes out. I keep throwing that out. I don't know what to say. It's like it's hard to even comment. It's just like it just speaks for itself. It's just stupid. They spent money on this for what? Like, what's the audience? Like, it's gonna be. Oh, good lord. Oh well. Good luck. Yes, that's it. What you just that sound you made is like all. That's what. How do I write that in a review? That's it.
Andy plays games for 2. RFK confirmed. Get wrecked, Ryan. No more seed oils. I'm gonna start a riot. I'm gonna start an insurrection if somebody tries to change my fast food, bro. You try to make Taco Bell healthy, I will fucking light a fire.
Yeah, what if it starts to taste horrible now that if they take seed oils out?
Boba Fett for 199. Can anyone explain where 200 million plus goes in movies? Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of people that are involved in making these movies sometimes. There's a lot of people behind the fucking scenes. That's a massive fucking problem. When you go into movies and you don't have a well thought out plan of what you're going to do, you end up being very inefficient when it comes to the spending. However many of the sets you have to build, whether you're doing it on blue screen in the back, whether you're not, how many stunts there are, all of this shit. And they reshot essentially all of the action sequences in the movie. We know that. They reshot effectively almost the entire plot of the movie, cutting out a ton of characters, adding in a ton of characters. It can go quick with modern day Hollywood spending. Now, when you have experienced directors who have a vision of what they want and they've planned it all out, right? You can keep it under control. But when you bring in people, when you basically cast these directors, not because they're ready for this or ready for that, but because maybe they're the right skin color for this, or, hey, this guy's available. He'll do exactly whatever we tell him. He doesn't want to actually have any creative input on it. We'll bring them in and do this. But it's fucking nuts.
I just think they just get a blank check and then they just spend as much as they want on just whatever. Maybe not a blank check, but I think they just get, hey, we need a little bit more. And they're just like, sure, go ahead. So they're just not very smart. I mean, look at the films that we're getting. They're
and
terrible,
they've got this,
dude.
and you've got the sunk cost fallacy of how much money you've put into something already. But also when it comes to Marvel, like, let's just be real. When it comes to Marvel, what are they going to do? You're gonna cancel the Black Captain America movie after everything you've virtue signaled about, after everything you virtue signaled for, after how important you said it was to have a Black Captain America. Are you gonna cancel that movie? Probably not.
You think like companies like BlackRock like shoots them some money on the side for making films like that? Just a conspiracy.
Yeah, I don't know. They're investing in the company. I don't know if they're just fucking funneling. I don't know if I believe they're funneling $200 million into Black Captain America. I don't think that's how it works, but I'm sure somebody out there does, and they'll blame everything on them.
Yeah.
Jessica Lindstorm, secret racism.
What?
I hate Cube Ann's J.
I love the sandwich, man. It's pretty good. Nice little Cuban coffee in the morning. It'll get everything moving just right. If you haven't tried it, you should try it.
I like Cubans. I like the cigars.
Yep.
I like the sandwiches. I like the coffee. And I like the women. So I like
ain't too shabby either.
Tobias Nexus for 5. At least it's more realistic than 13 Reasons Why when a guy got shot in the head and returns with a limp only. Explain that one. I mean, on occasion there will be people that do get shot in the head and survive, but I didn't watch 13 Reasons Why, so I don't know. Ryan, just good job, buddied me. What the fuck, bro? What am I supposed to say? That was good.
Good job on that avatar.
Good job, buddy. Like, what do you fucking want from me?
Keep it up, champ.
Yeah. Good joke, champ. Infamous for Canadian 699. Ryan, do you watch hockey? Also, can you say Black Hawks without it sounding like Blackhawks? And I mean, kind of. I say the Chicago Blackhawks. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
quite
can't.
sound like Blackhawks, but it's close. And I don't really watch very much hockey. I really don't. Tobias next for 10. Should I add? I only know about that stupid Netflix show from watching Adam and Pals from Your Movie Sucks. But even stupid young adult shows should know basic biology stops working when steel is introduced. Yeah, I don't know, Tobias. 13 Reasons Why just seems like it's invented to make young people want to kill themselves.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like, I don't know. I never watched it. I just heard it was a show about suicide. So I don't know. Russian Lollipop for 199. Happy Thursday, boys. RFK was just confirmed. Let's fucking go.
Isn't Cash next? Is Cash today?
Maybe next week. I don't know.
Maybe next week.
Harry Brownhole for 2. The Woman King 2. The Grandma King. Ministry of Wrong Thing. DEI hard. A Big Mike story. Chris Bolts for 5. Kamala is leading in a poll for governor of California. We need to officially give that state back to Mexico.
Just for the record, I predicted she was going to run for governor the day after the election.
She's got to do something.
Yeah. I said, watch, she's going to make public appearances and no one's going to care, but it's going to happen. Sure enough, she records herself going grocery shopping.
I would just ride in the sunset, man.
These people are addicted to whatever this is, being in public office. So...
Double Hawk for 2. G20, aka the Woman King, returns to Africa. Yeah, that's the last thing we saw. Viola Davis, that type of movie, at least.
I didn't watch that either.
Wasn't made for me. Kingdom Hearts Gamer for 5. Black Girl Magic. Lance, G20 trailers, a stark reminder, abolition. Well, thank you, Lance. Appreciate that. The old Renaissance Boomer 5. The shirts were all different, Jay. Krista's was a pic of a baby elk in tall grass. Ryan says, when I said fuck you, it wasn't a proposition.
Oh, okay. I know mine had like a beautiful mountain scene. So I was,
You just didn't say fuck you on there?
No, and so this is how I remember, because he took every shirt and put it in its own little baggie. So I didn't open them up, and then he put their name on it. So that's how I knew everyone got it. So that's how you help me out. You label it with big letters. I could see it in its own bag. I don't have to separate anything. I'm like, okay, this belongs to Ryan. There you go.
Over on the Rumble side, I think I already said this one earlier from D Smart for $1, but I'll say again. I've seen all the leaks for fake Captain America 4, and wow, it sucks. Doesn't sound great. Derek PG Beller over on Rumble for $1. Seed oils are fine. Gay health influencers just need a boogeyman for clicks. Don't be fat or overeat calories and you'll be fine. Seed oils actually improve health when they replace saturated fats. Yeah, it's always something fucking new for everybody to panic about to sell to somebody else. I don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Seed oils. Give me a fucking break.
I just want my Twinkies.
I just want to, I'll fucking eat whatever the fuck I want. And when I start feeling not good or too fat, I'll eat something else to not be as fucking fat and to feel a little better. And then I'll go back to my normal eating habits. I'm going to do that till the day I fucking die. I don't give a shit. Don't fucking change my fast food. I know it's unhealthy. The fuck? I'm going to Taco Bell because of the great nutrition? No, I'm going because it fucking tastes good.
Well,
D's Webos for $1.99. G20 reminds me of Queen Latifah's Equalizer.
That's pretty good. What happened to that show?
I think it's still going. Ian H for 2. So she's in a dress and sneakers beating jacked ex-military dudes. I'm pretty sure trans women have proved that happens, or what happens when guys face girls. Ryan's review is going to do numbers. I can't wait for it to come out. Can't wait. Tobias for 2. Team America World Police is more realistic.
It's a funny movie.
Why did you star this one, Jay? Dan the man says Ryan is so stupid. Jay decided to star this.
I started because I know it's going to come up in the rotation. I didn't know how you would act. I just tried to throw a curveball in there. I didn't know if you would like go off or just laugh it off, or I don't know. I just thought it would be. I knew it was coming up in the rotation. Nothing throws you off, man. I tell you,
I couldn't imagine. Even if I was one of the dumbest fucking people in the world, I wouldn't be as stupid as someone whose name is Dan the Man. What a fucking queer. Feel like if I name myself Rye the Guy. Fucking loser behavior. Especially with a dumbass, basic bitch ass, fucking no profile having cocksucker. Dan the Man. Grindodrome for 10. Maxine Waters should have played the main role in G20.
Yes.
Has got that energy. Logan Johnson for 2. My review. Hard no. The Trillist for 5. Viola Davis had rigorous Tybo training with Billy Blanks for her role in G20.
Oh, man. Good old Billy Blanks. I think he's still at it.
Bro, Tybo was like the shit for a year, dude. It was crazy.
I think I still got those DVDs somewhere. As you can tell, it worked perfectly for me.
Bro, I think that was before DVDs. I feel like that was VHS. Like it was a long ass time ago.
I wonder if it's on it's probably on YouTube for free now.
On Netflix. Go to Tybo.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
You can binge it. Emilio for 5. Viola Davis in DEI Hard. That is a good one. The people that are saying Die Hard, DEI Hard, it's good. Scroats Magoats for 2. RFK Jr. has been confirmed. Nice. Russian Lollipop. Big Mike has the shoulders to take on the goons. Rabid 1 for 5. Ryan went soft after going to the Wicked sing-along. Someone get him some kitlins to kick.
If you're going to roast someone, please use proper spelling.
Well, first of all, I don't want to I would never kick any fucking animals unless they like attacked me or something.
You ever hold on, stop, hold on. You ever see those videos of guys walking and then a freaking duck attacks them and they freak out and run? Wouldn't you just look at those things and punt them like a football if they came at you like that? Or would you do the freak out like a bee's buzzing around you and just run? Have you seen those videos? Guy's just minding his own business, walking down the sidewalk, and a freaking goose comes out of nowhere and just starts attacking the crap out of them, and they don't do anything. They just take off. I'm always looking at those things like, why wouldn't you just punt those things in the neighbor's yard? I don't get it.
Well, there's like part of you that like doesn't want to, right? But
I guess that's true. You don't want to hurt them.
I've had this is going to sound really weird. I've had a lot of altercations with geese, right? Specifically because they used to nest on the golf course I worked at. They get extremely fucking aggressive, dude. I've had to kick geese. I've had to fucking hit them with golf clubs. Like they get very fucking territorial and aggressive when they're around their kids or their eggs or whatever. So I've kicked a goose or two in my life. It wasn't fun though. I didn't want to.
I never thought I'd ever hear you say that. I've had a lot of altercations with geese.
It's a weird sentence to say.
You know what we have? If you guys don't know, you know what we have here in Florida? We have the most annoying, worst bird in the history of birds. It's the freaking Florida sand crane. I can't stand those birds. I wish they would just fly away to somewhere else.
Bro, what do they fucking sound like?
It's loud and annoying. You can hear it for miles, and they freaking know they're protected. They know no one's going to touch them because they're going to get fined. They just wander out in the street. You can't do nothing.
Bro, they stroll around in the street. And bro, sometimes I'll hear them outside my fucking window, and it sounds like they're using a megaphone.
Yeah, I know.
It sounds like they're using a megaphone just screeching into my fucking room.
They freaking know that no one's going to hurt them, and they just don't care. They just walk around and look at you like, yeah, I'm going to take a giant dump in your porch, and I'm going to block you in. No one's going to say anything.
I want to see if I can fucking hear one of these things.
Horrible. You go out and play golf, and they're all on the golf course, and the guy's like, hey, you got to hold on there, son. There's a couple sand cranes out on the course. You got to let them go by. They're just standing there.
How
kind of-
fucking annoying is that shit, dude?
That's the worst sound any bird can make.
I should be allowed to just go and shoot them anytime. Like, why are they protected? It's so annoying.
They are. I don't know. I see them everywhere. How can they be endangered? They're freaking everywhere.
Gary
All
says,
right.
I respect that, but I don't know what he respects. Do you respect the birds just being loud as shit right outside my house? I fucking hate those birds, bro.
Something that we all can agree on. Fly somewhere else.
Thoughts on Carl Urban, Johnny Cage, MK2 poster? Is that an official casting, or did somebody just make a random poster of that? I haven't really been paying any attention to Mortal Kombat 2.
Haven't seen it.
Fake Thai dude for 100. Yo, Ryan, a Nimitz class just bumped into a merchant vessel in the Mediterranean. How the fuck does that happen? I haven't seen any news on it, but that's pretty fucking crazy if it did. Obviously, Nimitz class, pretty fucking big. Pretty tough to miss. And a lot of attention would be paid to anyone that got close to them. So I'm not really sure. Danny Ben Degree 17. My dad told me tomorrow he's going to take my mom's breath away. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know who you are. Benoit. I get it. Danny Benoit. Your breath's probably going to be taken away too. Jessica Lynn Storm, secret racism. I hate Mexicans.
Shame on you.
WG for 10. I blame NFL refs for seed oils. Yeah. Everyone wants to blame them for fucking everything nowadays. So it does make sense. Agent M for 2. All Steak and Shakes in Florida have beef tallow fries. I guess I'm done going to Steak and Shake. Seed oils for the win. English Batchers for 20 pounds. You're both so handsome. I'm not sure which one of you actually turned me on.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure there's some freak somewhere jerking off to this stream. You never know. But thank you, English Batchers. Peter Karen, member for 67 months. Which Doge could audit Disney too? That'd be great. I knew a metal slave for 5. I knew a mechanic that had 8 geese guarding his shop. Aggressive as hell. No one messed with them. I'm telling you, dude. Like, geese they get fucking very aggressive when they have their little goslings around, whatever the fuck you call ducklings that are geese. When they have their fucking kids around, they get very aggressive. Like, I know you think that why does everyone just start kicking them? They fucking come at you and they won't stop until you leave, unless you fucking kick them hard enough or hit them with a club. U-boat is mind boat for 5. What did you do at the golf course? Do you work in the cart barn or inside the clubhouse? I am a mechanic for a course. Well, I started working for this golf course when I was in 8th grade, like 13, 14 years old. I had to get a fucking work permit signed so I could work when I was that young in Indiana. And I just started off as a cart boy. So just cleaning golf carts when they came back in and putting them back in the barn to charge and all that stuff. And kind of cleaning up around the clubhouse. But then when I got a little older, I started working inside the clubhouse, in the pro shop, behind the register, all that stuff. Kodahin, look up video on South African guinea fowl. Is that another fucking annoying bird? McFly for 2. Can hunt sandhills in other states. Delicious. I don't want to eat them. I just want to kill them for sport.
I just want him to fly away.
John McKinley for $20. Michelle Obama stars in Die Hard with Black Girl Magic. Can't wait to see this get destroyed by the drinker. Happy Thirsty Thursday, guys. Yes, Thirsty Thursday. I can barely say all these fucking words. Thank you, John McKinley. Anak Maman for $20. I tuned in to you guys saying they stand in the street, they know they're protected, and take dumps everywhere. If you hadn't played the Sandhill Crane videos, I'd assume you were talking about homeless. You're not wrong.
That's pretty good.
Thanks, Anak Maman. Tobias Ryan for 2. I can't wait to smell Tobias Nexus at a FurryCon.
Oof.
Thank you, Tobias Ryan.
No words.
Some people said, how are they getting so close to those cranes? Because they're not threatened. Because they know at this point in time, people won't hurt them. People won't do anything to them, so they will walk right fucking by you.
Yeah.
Like, walking down the sidewalk in a fucking they're always in pairs too.
They look at you like this. So like,
yeah, like, and birds, honestly, birds kind of creep me out a little bit. Like, I don't like the way they look. I don't like how twitchy they are. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like those things about them. So
Ryan doesn't like the foul.
I'm not saying I'm not scared of them. They just kind of give me the fucking creeps. They're weird. Like, birds are fucking weirdos. And so when you're walking down these sandhill cranes, they come up probably to your chest. You know, like, they're tall when they're standing up.
Yeah.
And I'm walking down the fucking sidewalk and I'm
poke your
playing
eyes
chicken
out.
with a fucking bird.
Yeah.
Like these sandhill cranes, they don't want to move. They will not move for you. So you have to walk right fucking by them till they're super close. And they're just doing their fucking call. I hate them, dude.
They're awful, man.
Creep me the fuck out. Wish we could just shoot them all. Gary says they're dinosaurs.
I don't know what they are.
They probably are. They probably are. But Jay. Oh, actually, we got a $4 tip from Grabthar's Hammer over on Rumble. Where did it go? Why can't I see it?
Good to meet you, brother.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
You can hunt sandhill cranes in North Dakota. They're called ribeye of the sky. Apparently, they're really good to eat.
Why are they protected in Florida then?
Bro, I don't want to eat them. I just want to kill them.
Yeah.
Sir Hatford, too. Ryan senses the dinosaurs among us. Fuck rid of them. I don't like them. Shoot them. Like, you did you ever watch, what was that? Swamp People? Where they used to go around fucking shooting alligators?
Yeah.
And
they had to put
Shoot 'em,
closed
kid.
caption because you couldn't understand what they were saying. They spoke heavy Cajun.
Yes. Very heavy. Very heavy. All right. Jay, what do you got going on, man?
Say just making some videos, man. That's about it.
I'm going to watch the final episode of Cobra Kai right after this stream.
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch that too today. Get that done. There could be I might finish out the Indiana Jones game. I got to finish that before I do anything else. So I want to get that done. Yeah, I'm having a great time with it. So
Little Orphan Funkhauser, how'd you find that video of Savvy screeching? Someone recorded it at the meetup.
Yeah, she was here in Orlando.
That's basically what went down. But all right. That's it, guys. We'll be back tomorrow. We should have an idea at some point tomorrow what the Thursday previews look like for Captain Black, Falcon America, Brave New Soldier. So that's going to be great. I'm sure we'll get into that. But that's it for us today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.